If you are here perchance for the Loma Linda Neighborhood Association meeting, which normally takes place at this time every month in this room, it's actually in the cafeteria right now, just so you know.
Thank you for involving our neighborhood. I am going to call to order the regular meeting of the governing board for this date. And did Ms. Meg Hartog leave? I was going to ask you to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Go Meg. Go Meg.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let the roll call show. I don't know if some people needed a break on our board at all. Let the roll call show that all members of cabinet are present, along with all governing board members except
Get that
for,
sexy man.
Ms. Arenas. And I will go ahead and read the welcome statement. I want to welcome everyone to tonight's meeting and remind the audience of the request to address board cards that must be completed and submitted to the board secretary, Ms. Hilda Juarez, who's to our left tonight, in order to speak to an agenda item. Board policy provides for 2 cards: white cards to be submitted in order to speak to an agenda item, and blue cards to be submitted in order to speak during public comments. Policy also states there is a 5-minute maximum time limit per speaker, and due to the open meeting law, board members are not allowed to address items that are not on the agenda. If you do not want to address the board but wish to give your comments in writing, you can do so on a goldenrod sheet. All members will receive a copy. Moving on to the approval of the agenda, do I have a motion to approve?
I move the governing board approve the agenda as presented.
It has been moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. It is approved. We move on to the meeting minutes of the regular board meeting held August 6th, 2013. Is there a motion to approve?
The governing board approved the minutes from August 6th, 2015.
Actually, we have multiple ones. I think we can do one motion for both of them.
Oh,
Okay, so it's both of them. Would you like to read the motion?
I move the governing board approve the 2 reference minutes as submitted.
And
I second.
it has been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The minutes are approved. Public comments? Do we have any public comments? I don't see anything. Superintendent's report. Dr. Boyle.
Good evening. Good evening. Last Friday, August 30th, Creighton School District was in the news, Fox 10 specifically, and we'd like to show you the clip from Fox 10 last Friday. Actually, it was Gateway School who were celebrating their 2nd annual bullying prevention meeting with the pancake breakfast for students, teachers, and families. And again, that was last Friday morning. At that time, Gateway School served pancakes to students, teachers, and families while educating students about bullying. Gateway and Creighton District hope to change statistics, which according to DoSomething.org say that 1 in 7 students is bullied at school. So during that breakfast, those statistics encourage teachers and parents to work together. Also giving credit to Walmart and General Mills, they donated the items needed to put on the breakfast. So take a look at Fox 10's Kristen Anderson as she reports on Gateway School.
Well, the new school year is underway. For some kids, going to class is especially hard because they're being bullied.
Yep.
According to the website DoSomething.org, 1 in 7 students is bullied.
That's way too many.
This morning, one school district is hoping to change those statistics. Kristen is at Gateway Elementary School, where students, teachers, and parents are working together to prevent bullying. Hi, Kristen.
Hi guys, and what better way to kick off the campaign than with breakfast? A pancake breakfast. So okay, we're on TV now, guys. So we're on TV finally. They've been like, when are we gonna be on TV, Kristen? When are we on TV? So we've got Fruit Loops going on, we've got some milk, and okay, Desi, what are you eating here, Desi?
Pancakes.
These are like the mini pancakes, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's the big question. Do you have any idea what this breakfast is all about today?
For bullying.
For bullying, that's right. Now can you give me that big smile that you have? I love that smile. Keep using it, okay, Desi? All right, I am going to go over to Principal Hannafin over here and talk more about this bullying campaign, because it really has been a community effort. People from the community donating food, donating resources to really get this message across. Tell me about that.
This is our second annual pancake breakfast for the community, and we really centered it around the anti-bullying kickoff for our school, and really reculturating how we think about bullies in our campus. And really focusing on those people that kind of just stand by and make them see that they have a voice and not letting things like this happen.
You know, when I was in elementary school and middle school and high school, there was nothing like this at all. So I think it's incredible that you're bringing this message to light and making it something that these kids from a young age are really familiar with.
Sure, and it's really been a focused effort from the parents and the teachers at the school. The administrative side is there to help support them, but they're really the driving force behind it.
Okay, so let's talk about the breakfast. I mean, this is a great way to bring everybody together. The pancakes, you've got a bunch of amazing ladies that have been working so hard. How many pancakes are you serving today?
I think we'll end up serving about 700 pancakes that we made over a one-day period.
Very, very nice. Okay, and I know you've had a couple businesses step in to help.
We've got General Mills and Walmart that both stepped in to support us.
Okay, so what is this day going to be like today? What do you have on the agenda?
So we'll start off with our anti-bullying kickoff today, which is the support, report, and defend against bullying. And then we'll start to introduce it in the classrooms. So the administrators and the teachers will go by the classrooms to support the staff and the children there.
So you said support, report, and defend against bullying.
Correct.
So it kind of makes it an empowering message as far as like tattletelling. No, you're reporting abuse.
As soon as you see it happen, you're letting a staff member know and someone at home know. So you have a team of 2 working with you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing it with us this morning. That's awesome.
Thanks for coming. We really appreciate it.
Have a good morning. Can we have some pancakes? Okay, I mean, why not? You know, thank you, Principal. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna let these kids eat breakfast. Have a great morning, you guys, and I'll send it back to you in the studio. Okay.
All righty. Quite a lot of happy, smiling faces over there. It's great to see parents sitting with their kids too.
Yeah, having breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah.
Love that.
We thought that was worthy of a board meeting. First of all, the number of people who show accolades to Sean Hannafin and the Gateway staff. And secondly, I've never seen a clip that long that actually went for over a minute when the press comes to an elementary school. So again, thanks to Gateway, and we hope you enjoyed seeing that.
Thank you, Dr. Boyle. We now move on to approval of consent agenda items. Is there a motion?
I move the governing board approve consent agenda items A through D in accordance with policy BEDB-R.
I second.
It has been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The consent agenda items are approved. Education Services, the MOC, or the Junior Ambassador Program, MOC.
Faith Britannic, principal of Biltmore Prep, and her team are here to present information this evening.
Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board and cabinet. Thank you for allowing us to present to you this evening about the proposed Junior Ambassadors Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico exchange at Biltmore Prep. Last year, a small group of parents came to me as with an idea about an exchange program, and that idea today has transformed into a reality. I'd like to thank my team who are here with me tonight. Emily Willis is our teacher who will be kind of facilitating the whole, working closely with our parent team to make sure that the trip goes smoothly, and she will partake in the exchange. Amy McSheffrey is a parent at Biltmore Prep and has been integral in helping us develop a plan, along with Denora Alba, who is both a parent at Biltmore Prep and our parent liaison. So thank you to them for helping to get this up and running. With your approval, we were able to take a discovery trip to Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico last spring, and we were able to visit 5 schools and learn more about their bilingual programs and find really a good fit for our school to partner in the exchange program. Since then, we've identified a school that we would like to be our sister school, and that school is Colegio Regis, and we'd really like to initiate the exchange with that school at this point. To further explain our goals and plans for the exchange program, I'd like to introduce Denora Alba, again, a parent and our parent liaison at Biltmore Prep, and she'll give you more details about the exchange program.
Good evening, President Majuet, governing board members, Dr. Boyle, Dr. Wagner, and audience. My name is Denora Alba. I live in 3615 East Montecito Avenue, 85018. I'm the parent liaison of Biltmore Prep and a parent of 2 children that actually attend Biltmore Prep. And I will now proceed a brief summary of what we would like to do. We would like to work with Colegio Regis in Hermosillo, Sonora. It's a private middle class K-12 grade school. That's a very traditional, very well-established school. It will be 70 years old this year. And we chose this school after our discovery trip in May because we think we can make a great partner for our school for different reasons. We would like to start with a pen pal program and a curriculum-related project, possibly related to earth sciences and the Grand Canyon, because it's 4th grade. And we would work with combined teams from both schools. So that means that some students from Biltmore Prep would work in the same project with other schools from Colegio Regis, and we'll take advantage of our technology resources and tools that we already have. Our children could have the experience to work in global teams this way. Every child in 4th grade would have a pen pal or a friend from the 4th grade from our class in Mexico, and regardless if they are traveling or not, that way they'll have the experience in something. Ms. Amy McSheffrey will explain the details of the trip.
Good evening, President Jewett, governing board members, Dr. Boyle, and Dr. Butler, audience. So the next step would be that a group of children, 15 children approximately, 4 parents, 2 teachers, and a coordinator from the school in Mexico would visit us tentatively November 14th through the 18th. They would stay in a hotel, if that's their preference, and have dinner with us. Friday, our tentative plan would be to go for a day trip to the Grand Canyon with the kids from Mexico and all the kids in the 4th grade. Saturday, we would have a picnic and a sports day at a park, possibly go to the zoo or the musical instrument museum. Sunday would be a family day where the kids get to spend time with their family partners. Monday would be the day at school. The children would attend regular classes and have lunch at school and then travel back home to Hermosillo. We would continue our communication throughout the year, and then next would be our turn to visit Mexico sometime in the spring. We haven't determined a date yet, but we would probably do a community service project with the kids at the school, probably with a project that they're already working on, but something that they're familiar with, and we can help them with their goal. It could also be related to Native Americans, since that's something we study in 4th grade, and we have similar tribes that are studies, like the Navajos and the Papagos. We would follow the same format as they did when they came. Instead of the Grand Canyon, we would go to the beach. They have a marine research center there, or a dolphinarium, or a Native American museum. So those things are all kind of still in the plan, but that's the idea.
And I'd like to just add, in planning, preparing for the exchange, I want to thank Margaret Dubois, because she is the person who oversees the program district-wide, and she's been a very important piece to helping us make sure that our plan is in alignment with the district guidelines and procedures and so forth. So it is just an extension of a program that's already in place.
Sounds wonderful. The school that you chose, is it a public school or is it a private pay school? I used to live in Mexico, so I know the difference.
It's a private school. It's a private middle class school. They have 30% of the kids have a scholarship. It's a Catholic, but not. I think it matches our population. I work with that school and I attend the school, and the parent of one of our children is actually the coordinator of there, so we have a lot of connection. It's felt very comfortable, very secure.
Okay. One thing you probably know about the Pinacate volcanic field that's north of where the Peñas go to. That's something like maybe future years. I know you've already got your agenda set, but that's like a really, I've gone there a lot with kids. And it's a awesome place, geologically.
Any other questions?
I just want to say thank you for bringing this back. My understanding is, well, I know Junior Ambassadors has not always been easy to sustain, and so I want to thank you for this because I think it's a great learning opportunity to have hands-on learning. In 8th grade, I went at the end of that school year to Washington, D.C., got to meet Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, and I ended up going to Washington, D.C., running for public office, and now here I am. So it's amazing. So it's amazing the things that children can learn. And I love Hermosillo and Sonora, and I hope to get to meet the students and parents and teachers and when they're here. And if you need any chaperones, let me know.
Thank you for Faith and team. They're very nicely organized in terms of the information. Just a couple of questions. In terms of logistics when the students are on campus, so BPA is pretty full. So I'm sure you've thought through the logistics of how you're going to coordinate the extra bodies. You said that Monday the 4th graders will be attending classes with their pen pals and their buddies in 4th grade. So can you talk a little bit about the logistics there?
Well, right now, we believe there's only 15 children coming up. So we have 2 4th grade classes that they would be split between the 2. And I think that those classrooms can accommodate a few more kids with no problem, I believe. So they would just be really just there to do exactly what our kids would be doing.
And just another comment, I really appreciate that you've really thought about making sure that all students can participate and learn from the experience, and that they have the year-long pen pals and the opportunity to work on, projects that using the technologies that we have access to. I'm assuming that might include Skype and some other things, right? So that they can, chat with their partners. So I really appreciate that the focus is on the instructional program and the learning for all kids, as opposed to just trips for some students that are able to travel for whatever reason. And so thank you for creating a comprehensive program for all of our students in 4th grade. I appreciate that.
Any further questions or comments or a motion?
I move the governing board approve the travel for the Creighton School District Junior Ambassador Program, Mexico 2013-14, with planning meetings in Phoenix and/or Hermosillo, early fall 2013, and student exchanges late fall 2013 and late spring 2014.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? It is approved. Thanks and congratulations. Move on when reading updates.